I put together a kit. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it. And it includes, I'm going to just, and this isn't all of it because I have cut some of it out. So it includes some background papers. This is my favorite. I just love this. This damask. I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, it's pretty. And some solids, and then just some pockets and all kinds of ephemera and stuff like that. But I've already cut out a lot of it. Tags, pockets, numbers, all those things. And so I wanted to put this together so that I can catch up and do the 30 days of gratitude. So I am going to be making my own journal cover and my own journal because I wanted to have some pockets, and I've made this before, and but I wanted to show it to you again. That I'm going to decorate the cover and at least work on the first couple of pages and some of the ones that might be a little more intricate. And I might come on during the rest of the month and show you some of the things that I'm done. So this is just a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And for some reason, hold on a moment. I don't know if I can do this. Maybe. There we go. Trying to adjust the camera so that you can see everything. This is just a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I have already put together some of my pages. These are all the pages that are going to go in my gratitude journal. And I've already put some of the things here. And I've just got, this was a pre-printed page that's in the kit. And if you go to my Etsy shop or my website shop and type in for a coupon, well, maybe not on my website. I got to fix that. But if you go to my Etsy shop, there's you can type in fall save 20 and save 20%. And it's got 25 pages of just pretty much everything you'd need. And so I have just all kinds of, this is a really cool paper. Here it comes in a tablet, and it's like random thoughts or something. And I liked it because it was aged. I've got a coffee dyed doily. Here's just some vintage paper. And I did a craft paper. And then I did some coffee dyed paper as well. Goodness gracious. So anyway, I have some extra pages in case I need some more. So this is my signature. And so I may have to trim it, and some of it be a little bit big, and that just doesn't bother me at all. So I am going to score this. Find my score thing here. I want to make my center. Usually I would give it some edges to give it some stability, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. But I do want it to have a 1/2 inch spine. So I'm just going to the 6-inch mark. Okay. So I just measured my paper, went to 6 inches, did a 1/4 inch to the right of it, and a 1/4 inch to the left of it. And that is going to make my 1/2 inch spine, which should make it enough for my journal. Then I want to fold it up because I want pockets so that if I have some, some receipts or something that I want to save, then I will have that. And I think I'm just going to do it at 9 inches. All right. That's pretty straight. All right, so now I'm just going to do my folds. All right, there we go. Today, I am thankful that we've had just a little bit of rain. We haven't had a lot. But hey, our ground is so dry here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that I don't think anybody's going to complain. Okay, I'm going to fold this up. There we go. Now for my pocket, I am going to actually cut it. I'm going to go, let me just do this. Let's go over 1¼ inch to here. And we are going to go over 1¼ inch to here. So we're just going to cut from there to the center point. And I probably should have done this in white so you could see it. Let me see here. Where is my white pencil? Well, this one will work. So I'm just doing from here to here. And then I'm going to cut this right here. And this is going to make my pockets. So we've just found the center, went over 1/4 inch each way, and then I went up 3 inches to give me a 3-inch pocket. So I'm going to cut this. Let me cut this right here. There we go. And then I'm going to fold this up. And like I said, normally I would give it a kind of a border to make that a little bit more stable, but I'm not going to do that this time. But I am going to go ahead and glue. Oh, I can't get this out. There we go. I'm going to glue just the edge right here. And maybe I'm not. See if I can get this going, or see if I have some other glue. Let's see. There we go. And we're going to glue the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to insert my needle here so that it doesn't dry up. So here is my journal, and I now am going to add this to my book. Now there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can use brads, you know, the kind that that fold out. I don't know what you call those. I have some here. I don't know if they have a name. Fastener brads is what these are called. But these are not quite long enough because I have more papers than I would normally use. So I'm going to use the stitch method, the book binding method, to add this to my book. Now, I am not precise. If anyone knows me, I am not precise when I do these kinds of things because it just doesn't bother me. But I know some people really like things to be even. So the way that I do this, I'm going to make myself a little template here. Okay, so I am going to measure my book here. And I'm just going to take this white pencil and I'm just going to mark here, and I'm going to mark here to know that this template is not quite as big as my spine is. So what I like to do, and this is just an easy way that I do it, since I'm doing a 3-fold, I am going to fold this in half. I was trying to find a marker. See if this one will work. I'm going to fold it in half. So I know that my middle mark is going to be here. And then I'm just going to fold this up to the middle, fold this in and meet it in the middle. Undo it, and then where the fold meets, that is where I'm going to do my other stitching. Hopefully that all made sense. Then I am going to stick this in the middle of my book. I'm going to get all my pages arranged how I want them, making sure that everything's in there. I am going to add that to the center of my book. Now, another way you can do this is, hold on a moment, because this might be easier for some people to do it this way. Actually, I've never done it this way, so we're gonna see if it works. But you take a book, you open it up, and then you can stick your pages in there, and it holds them up for you. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I thought I would just show that to you. So now I'm going to punch a hole and punch it all the way in through all of my pages. All right, there we go. I have made my holes. I'm just going to kind of mark here. I'm going to just, no, that's not the pencil. It's this one. Just going to mark right there. I'm going to do a hole. Right there, I'm going to do a hole. And right there is a hole. I'm going to try to make sure it's in the center. So this would need to be over 6 inches, which is right here. And like I said, I am not usually this precise, but I know there are some of you who like to do things precisely. And I applaud you for that. Because I am just not that way. So that's dead center. So now I'm going to punch my holes in my book. Okay. I am going to take, this is wax thread, just wax, it's just wax. I type in wax bookbinding thread and come up with all kinds of options. So thread my needle, and talking and not even, I did 3 lengths here of this. It's going to give me plenty to use. So I'm going to take my book, make sure it's right side up. That's an important part. I'm going to take my needle and my thread, and I'm going to go through my center hole, and I've kind of messed up my book a little bit. I'm moving it, so I've got to regather all my holes. There we go. I'm just going to push it through, and I'm going to push it through this center hole of my book. I'm going to pull this through, but I'm not going to pull it all the way through. I'm going to leave a tail. Then I'm going to turn my book over. I am going to go through the top hole. And then I'm going to gather up all of my holes here. And sometimes this is kind of the tricky part of getting this put done. And then usually the last one is not too bad because you've really kind of got everything aligned. There we go. Got one more. There we go. Make sure that tail doesn't come out. I'm going to pull it. Make sure it's pretty tight. Now, let me turn this around. So we've gone in through the middle. We've gone back up through the top. We're going to go back down through the middle. And what I like to do is I like to pull my thread up to make sure that I don't go through the thread that's there, because then it will kind of split. And you don't want to do that. I feel like I'm kind of at an angle or something here. There we go. So now I'm going to go back through that center hole. I'm going to go down and do the same thing. I'm just going to go back up through here and go through all my pages again. And we are going to have our journal. Whoops, found a number. I don't usually have this much trouble. I usually can whip these out like, you know, instant, but no, not on camera. Not today when everybody's watching. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to come back through. I am going to pull this one towards me, and I'm going to pull this one up and tighten it up. Let me get the little bit of slack here out. Let me figure out which one that is. And so see, we have it nice and straight right there. I am going to take my thread. I'm going to go up under that loop. Make sure it's tight, and I am just going to tie it in a knot. And you can cut these off. You can also, if you want, you can make them a little longer and add some dangles to it if you want. That's just kind of up to you. Or you can trim them off, whichever makes you happy. All right, let me get this put away. And we are going to make some journal pages. So this is my cover. And then right here, I have this page, kind of a, I'm just going to put, you know, gratitude journal, and I should have done that. And then 2024, I'm going to put that kind of in this. It looks kind of like a picture, like a photo mat type thing. So I'm just going to start here with number 2. Well, number 1. Okay, so for this first page, I'm going to do some pockets. This one comes with these 3 pockets. It comes with this one, and part of it I've already glued together. It comes with this one, and I'm just going to lay these on top of one another. So it makes 3 pockets. I'm going to add that right there. So let me glue this, and I apologize that this is already done. But it's really simple. You just line them up. I didn't even glue. I'm going to actually take this apart. We'll just do it from scratch. It won't mess it up. Okay. So you kind of need to decide which way they go. I wanted mine to go like this. You could do it the other way. I added some lace right there just to kind of fancy it up a little bit. So I am going to just glue this side. Come on, there we go. And this side. Now you could glue this bottom if you want, or you don't have to. I'll just go ahead and glue that. Say if you had a tag that's longer. So I'm just going to kind of center that on there. See, I want that one to be about like that. So let's see where this one should go. It will be down just a little further. Kind of right there. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Just glue the sides, the bottom, and the edge. just about like that. Do the same thing to this one. Hopefully I'm still in camera. I have to get my husband to fix my camera a little bit. Okay. So now we have 3 pockets. I have a place here for journaling that I can write on day 1 what I was thankful for. I have this little tag, which I printed on 110 cardstock, added this to I printed one side and then printed this on the other. So I'm just going to add these little guys here to this pocket. And then I'm going to add this one. And I will add an eyelet to this. But like I said, somehow, I don't want that one. That one's too big. So I may just leave that blank and do another little pocket. But I am going to add this number 1 here. I was going to add Happy Fall, but I think I need some orange. I think I'm just going to do Grateful. I'm going to trim this just a little bit. And I am going to attempt, since I cannot find, I don't know where my little blending tool is. I'm just going to kind of ink the edges a little bit. Just kind of adds a little pizzazz to it. Okay. So I may even add that little brown. Let's just do it. Okay, so I'm going to add these. The brown first. Oops, let's put this right side up. That might be important. That there, and I'm going to put Grateful right there. Kind of press that down a little bit. And there we have our first page. And I thought, let's see. I don't know if I have any little tags that are smaller. I just want a plain tag. So I might just do, this is one of my favorites. It's kind of a light blue. I think I'll save that. And the good thing about doing these kits or these printables is that you can print it as many times as you want to. So it got one done. And then, like I said, I'm going to ink the edges. So here is number 2. Let's see if there's number, oh, that says it's number 4. Where is number 2? And some of them, I'm going to make it a little bit more elaborate. And some of them, I'm just going to keep really, really simple. And so this one, I'm actually going to, I'm going to use this circle as my, my pocket. So what I'm going to do, and this is about a 3-inch circle, I think. I'm just going to make, I'm going to go down and then do the same thing along the bottom. So I'm making kind of a square. I am going to add that. Hold that down a minute. And then this is my tag. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use this as my, where did it go? Here it is. I'm going to use this as my pull. for my tag. Yay! I at least have this, my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. Oh, that looks cute. And I'm just going to do that. And you know what I think I might do? I don't know if that's necessary, but it does look kind of cute. Why not? I'm going to add that to that. If I can get it to cut. Doesn't like those scissors. Just to add some color up there. Okay. I'm just going to add this here. Scoot that over. I'll trim off the edges. I am going to take my tube. Kind of make sure it's centered right there. And I'm just going to staple that down. And then I've got that in a pocket. And I can journal on this. I could put pictures. I can do whatever I want to. Middle. Because I wanted to show you how to do this one last pocket idea. And then I will tell you, I could not for the life of me figure out how to reverse this particular pocket. I tried everything. It just did not work. And so all I did is I took this pocket, I turned it upside down on this paper, and then I just cut it out. So the fun thing about this is we are going to have 3 pockets, and I'm going to line them up just like this. I'm going to move that down because I don't want that showing. And I'm going to put this one, actually, was that what I was going to do? I think I want this one to be a different color, but I'm okay with this. We're just going to leave it like that. I should have done it out of the damask or the other blue, but that's okay. And then we're going to glue this down, and then we have a 3 pocket place right here that you can put, like I said, receipts or just whatever you want. So let me just glue this down, and we're just going to glue the flaps. And if you don't want it to be so bulky, you can actually take the flaps off, and then your page is not quite so bulky. I'll put that right there. Hopefully that's pretty straight. This year I'm not a big Thanksgiving person. Oh gosh, but my husband absolutely loves Thanksgiving and loves to be a part of all of that. So I'm sure I'll be fixing Thanksgiving dinner this year. So we have here, and like I said, now we can add little pieces here, and a tag there, or just whatever we would want. There's all kinds of options in this kit. Why is that not going down? Oh, because it's there. Oh, it got it, a little bit of a glue there. Kind of hold that a minute. And then you could You could do all kinds of journaling on these tags just right there. So I have just one more little thing, and then the rest you just need to embellish it to your heart's desire, however you want to. And I am going to add, I think I'm just going to add it right here. I did this, this is called what they call a belly band. And I just did it. I did punches on both sides. And all I'm going to do is I am going to just glue it. And you could also stitch it if you want. But for right now, I think I'll just glue it. But back to my Thanksgiving story. I knew I was going somewhere with this. I don't have recipes. Well, actually, I have one recipe. Two. I have two recipes. I have a sweet potato casserole recipe from Southern Living. It's more like sweet potato pie with a pecan crust on top because I don't really like marshmallows. And so there's that. And I'm going to add a number here, but I don't know what number it needs to be yet. So I will keep working on that. But what I'd like to do, and this is nothing but a brown bag, which I thought was kind of neat to use. I'm going to make recipe cards either. But what I want to do, because I don't have, I just start making dressing. I just start putting a little bit here and a little bit there. I mean, I couldn't tell my kids, you're going to put a teaspoon of this there. I just want to kind of tell them what I do to make my dressing and how to cook it so that maybe when I pass on, they can fix Thanksgiving dinner for their family and just to kind of continue the traditions. Then I have this pecan pie recipe, and I got the recipe from the sweetest woman at my church, and her name was Barbara. And I have made this pie every year. She passed away about 6 or 7 years ago, and I have made this pie for about 15 years. I know we're kind of in a turmoil of our country with voting coming tomorrow, and but we just have so much to be thankful for, and I am thankful for you and for your support. So I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, look at this, all this goodness, and I'm going to decorate my cover, and so that I can just continue filling this up, writing what I'm thankful for every single day. And I'm praying that I finish this and I continue it and do this.